Did you know that gluten found in common foods like bread and pasta can actually cause serious health problems for some people? If you've ever wondered about celiac disease, gluten sensitivity, or the gluten-free lifestyle, stick around. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more health tips every week. Celiac disease is a serious autoimmune disorder where the body mistakenly attacks its own tissues when gluten is consumed. Unlike an allergy, this is an immune system reaction that damages the small intestine. When gluten is eaten, the immune system attacks the tiny finger-like projections in the small intestine called villi. These villi are responsible for absorbing nutrients, and when they're damaged, the body can't get the essential vitamins and minerals it needs. Over time, this can lead to nutrient deficiencies, digestive issues, and even long-term complications like osteoporosis or nerve damage. Symptoms can vary from person to person. Some of the most common signs include bloating, diarrhea, constipation, and stomach pain. Others may experience extreme fatigue, itchy skin rashes, weight loss, or even mood changes like anxiety and depression. Some people don't have obvious digestive symptoms at all, but the damage is still happening inside. Celiac disease doesn't appear randomly. It's triggered by a combination of genetics and environmental factors. If a parent or sibling has celiac disease, your risk is much higher. Stress, infections, pregnancy, or surgery can also trigger the condition in those who are genetically predisposed. But the key trigger is gluten exposure. The immune system reacts aggressively, damaging the intestines. If you suspect you have celiac disease, don't just cut out gluten. Get tested first. Doctors typically use blood tests to detect specific antibodies linked to celiac disease. If results are positive, an intestinal biopsy can confirm the diagnosis by checking for damage to the villi. Genetic testing can also identify risk genes, but having these genes doesn't necessarily mean you'll develop the disease. There is no cure for celiac disease, but it can be managed with a strict gluten-free diet. This means completely avoiding wheat, barley, rye, and non-certified oats. Instead, focus on naturally gluten-free foods like fruits, vegetables, rice, quinoa, and lean proteins. But it's not just about avoiding gluten. It's also about checking labels, since gluten can hide in processed foods, sauces, and even medications. Cross-contamination is another major concern. Even a tiny amount of gluten can cause damage. That's why people with celiac disease need to use separate kitchen tools, toasters, and cookware to avoid traces of gluten. Ignoring celiac disease can lead to serious long-term complications. Osteoporosis is common due to poor calcium absorption, and untreated cases can also lead to infertility, nerve damage, and even an increased risk of intestinal cancer. That's why sticking to a gluten-free diet is so important. Celiac disease also affects children, but their symptoms may look different. Instead of digestive issues, they may experience delayed growth, irritability, and difficulty gaining weight. Early detection and a strict gluten-free diet can help them grow normally and avoid long-term complications. Can you outgrow celiac disease? The answer is no. It's a lifelong condition, and even small amounts of gluten can cause harm. So, what exactly is gluten? Gluten is a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. It's what gives bread its chewy texture and helps dough rise. For most people, gluten is perfectly safe. But for those with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, it can cause serious health issues. Living a gluten-free lifestyle takes effort, but it's completely manageable. The key is to focus on whole, naturally gluten-free foods like fresh vegetables, fruits, nuts, and lean proteins. When dining out, it's important to ask about gluten-free options and cross-contamination risks. And when traveling, packing gluten-free snacks and researching safe restaurants ahead of time can make a big difference. Gluten isn't just in food, it can also be found in medications, vitamins, and even personal care products like toothpaste and lip balm. Reading labels carefully is essential. Celiac disease is a serious condition, but with the right knowledge, it's completely manageable. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more health tips. Got questions? Drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video. Stay healthy.